be here tonight. And I was thinking about our service last night and about just how we was talking about just being thankful for the little things. And you know, I said it before about how we're blessed that God, I Googled it one time, that God lets us, we breathe about 20,000 times a day. And I was thinking about that today, and I was like, that's a lot. And that's a lot of times that we're blessed. Every time we take a breath, we're blessed to take that, you know? And when I thought more about it, and I was like, I wonder how many heartbeats we take a day. So I Googled that, and it's like 100,000 heartbeats a day that we take. And I was just looking at different things, like there's 43 million people in this world that are blind, 23 billion that's just completely deaf. You know, there's just so many things that we take for granted sometimes. That a lot of times you call them little things, but how little is your heartbeat beating? I mean, you beat you're dead, so that's a big thing, you know. So 100,000 times a day, we are blessed to be able to still be here. And you know, I was thinking about what my job is to be here, because he has a job for everybody, you know, and I just want to be an encouragement to people. I just want to encourage people and let them know that, you know, if you fall, you just got to get up, and you know, you got to try to be bold in this thing, you know, because I was bold one time, and then I let people, and that's sometimes where we mess up at. We let people, right, and what they think. Yep. And what they think that you should do or shouldn't do or whatever. We mess up and we let them hinder us in a way, be our stumbling block, you know, and we can get through that, because with God we can get through anything, you know, and I asked God this when I fell last time, because I did. I asked Him, I said, help me get back to being bold as I was, even more so than I was. Because I want to be bold for the Lord, you know. I want to do what He wants me to do, and I want to read this passage here. It's in Revelation 3:18. He says, I cancel thee to buy me gold, tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich in white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thine eyes with eye salve, that thou mayest see. You know, I was thinking that the tried in the fire part, that means to refine. I want Him to refine me. I want Him to refine me into whatever He wants me to be. And you know, when we say that, sometimes, just like I heard Brother Larry talk about patience and how he asked for patience one time and he went through a lot. Well, you know, if you want to be refined like God, you probably want to go through a lot and get your imperfects out. And I was reading the other day, well, it's been a long time ago, but it was a book that I got, if I'm not mistaken, I think Sister Pat gave it to me. And I was reading about it. It was actually, it came back to me when I read this verse here in 3:18. It came back to me, and it was talking about gold. And the pure gold. There's a difference in pure gold and just gold. And I was, and it talks in there about how to get pure gold, you got to grind it up into powder. You got to grind it up into powder, and then it's mixed with flax, I think it's called, or flax, or I'm not for sure. It's F-L-A-U-X, I think. But anyways, it's mixed with that, and then it's when heat gets to it, that gold, because it's so heavy, it melts, it goes to the bottom, and then the rest of the impurities, which is the copper, the iron, all the stuff that don't make gold so pure, the flexibleness of it, and the softness of it, it flows off to the top, and they're able to take that out and get the impurities out of the gold. And you know, that's what I want God to do for me. We're going to go through trials, and we're going to go through temptations, and I believe that, you know, if you fail at a temptation, and I have failed the same temptation so many times. I want to get through that temptation, and I believe it's still going to come for me again, because I think He's going to keep testing and keep testing and keep testing until you're able to pass that test. Right. I believe that, and I want to be able to overcome, and we are. begin to do it not just for you, but for everyone. That everyone, and I said it last night, and I want to say it again, everybody has flaws and sins and things that they can work on, that they can give over to God and get closer to God. You know, there's everything. You know, I'm going to tell this story on myself because it really bothered me. One day, several months ago, I was really going through, I think I testified about here one night about just felt like I was barely holding on with the spider web string. I just was barely holding on. And, you know, I came to church one time. A lot of times I get up here and I can just feel the oh, she's up there with makeup on, or oh, she's up there with her nails on, or oh, she's up there with earrings. I can just feel it, you know. And when I was up, I felt as though that I was at my lowest of times. You know, I didn't feel any kind of thing like that. You know why? Because I was up here, I didn't have no makeup on. I didn't have my nails done. I wasn't even taking care of myself. I lost all kinds of weight because I was just so depressed. Yeah, I fasted, but it was just because I wasn't eating and because I was depressed. But I didn't feel any of that. But inside where it counts, I was so low. I felt like I was the farthest away from Jesus that I could possibly be. But yet I didn't feel any kind of nothing out here coming at me. I didn't feel nothing. But now, you know, I do sometimes. When I'm up here, oh, she's up there testifying about love and about doing the right thing while she's up there with all these things that some people don't believe in. And you know, I want, and if that's wrong, if anything that I do is wrong, no, not even just any of the things that I just mentioned, I want it out of me. I want it out of me because I tell you right now, if putting some eyeliner on will pick me out of heaven, well, I don't ever touch eyeliner ever again in my life because I want to make heaven my home, and I'll tell you, eyeliner ain't worth it. And nails ain't worth it. And if God shows me I want to do that. I want to do what He shows me to do. I want to be bold enough to be able to do what He wants me to do. Even if it's things that I said I'd never do before. I said that I would never just all the time wear a skirt. I've said that out of my own mouth. But you know what? If God would ask me to do that, I would give it my best to do that because I don't want to not go to heaven under a skirt. But you know what I would also like to? Is if something bothers you about me, I don't want to be a stumbling block to my brothers and sisters. I don't want to be somebody that hinders my brothers and sisters because I want everybody to go to heaven. I want everybody to go to heaven. But if you have a problem with me, you know, you can pray for me. Come to me and pray for me. Come to me and say, Lord, all that makeup she's wearing, if it's wrong, touch her. But Lord, if I'm wrong, and that's not going to keep her out of heaven, open my eyes. Lord, open my eyes. Whatever it is, we need to be an encouragement to people. We need to be an encouragement to our brothers and sisters. You know, we're only got one shot at this. That's it. Once we leave this world, we're going to one or two places.
Right.
There's no in between. There's no, we'll try again, we'll do a redo. If you don't make it, you can do that over. No, this ain't school. You don't get to do the grade over. You don't get to do life over. You get one chance. That's it. And like I said last night, it's the little foxes that spoil the vine. It's the things that people don't really think that is a big deal, but it is. But why is just as big as killing somebody? A sin is a sin. Whatever it might be, just give it to God because He can help you. He can, but you've got to allow Him. You can't get on your knees and say, God, please help me with this, what I am doing, and I know that it's wrong. But then as soon as you get, just say it's talking about somebody, I don't know, but let's just say it's that. You can't get on your knees and say, God, please help me with my mouth. I know that I talk about people way too much. And then get up, go sit on the if we just get He asked them to forgive the very people that hung him. Why would we hung him? My goodness, we can't just get along. We go to church. We're out here telling people that we're Christians, and you can't get along even in the same church building. You expect people to come to church with you, but you can't get along in here enough to get anybody to come to church with you. We have got to get this right. And we can't just get being alone down here, right? We will never make it to heaven together. Never. And you know, I said this the other night to somebody, and I felt bad after I said it, but after I thought about it, I talked about it and stuff, I felt better. But, you know, I've been wanting certain people to come to church with me, and they said, oh, they'll never come. They'll never come to church with you. And my response to that was, well, then one of us may make it to heaven. One of us isn't making it to heaven. Because if you can't come to church with me, how are we going to go to heaven together? We ain't going to have separate places. You're just not. It's going to be one big old thing. If you think that just because you're a Baptist that you ain't going to go to church with a Pentecostal, or go to church with Pentecostal and you're still going to go to heaven, or vice versa, you are wrong. I truly believe that they will be Baptists in heaven. They will be Pentecostals in heaven. They will be Apostolics and Methodists and everything else. They will be in heaven. And it ain't going to be a separate stall kind of thing happening either. We're all going to be together. And if you can't go to church down here together, how are we going to make it in heaven together? And you know, that breaks my heart. It breaks my heart so much. Because that's my family that I talk about. But I can't get to come to church with me. You know, and sometimes it makes it harder when it's family. But I am thankful for what God shows me and what He allows me to be sometimes. You know, because He is the best thing that's ever happened to me. No matter how long I was standing here, I would never be able to thank Him for everything that He's done for me. Never. I could be here all night and it would never be enough. And I'm going to sing this song. Be glad. shoulder.